here, 2v2 Hydris Chasm. Blue side is Thanatos, playing under the name The World Is Mine as a Force Commander. Offensive, fights in melee, has a couple of buffs though. Dark Angels DLC, as you can see. Theodosios beside him as a Chaos Lord. Just look at him. Immune to suppression, big tanky melee commander. Pheonixlight on the red team as a Eldar Warlock, offensive melee commander, has a few spells, very fast. Toilailee alongside him as a Commissar Lord, offensive melee commander, buffs his guardsmen by shooting them in the face. 3 VPs as always, one on the east side which is contested. See a multi-las turret going down here, one southwest for blue being taken by scouts, and northwest for red taken by banshees. Pheonixlight, seeing that he's up against marines, goes for banshees straight off, light melee infantry which have power weapons, so they are very nasty against marines. Also very quick, which means they catch retreating units like slow marines very well. Warlock in melee combat with them, knocks them down. Banshee's going to catch them here. This could be nasty. They retreat, knockback attack from the Force Commander, saving a possible squad wipe. Chaos Space Marines forced off by Sentinel and Commissar Lord. Dual CSM on the field for Theodosios, giving them a very strong base in tier 1. Chaos Lord in melee with guardsmen, taking out members. Also with his Stormbolter. As you can see, the Chaos Lord is wearing Terminator armor. Heretics are going to take out this last turret. They do. Good job by the Heretics. Pheonixlight has completely pushed back Thanatos here. Guardians need to be careful though and retreat. Warlock also needs to be careful. We have dual tactical marines on the field for The World Is Mine, or Thanatos as I'll refer to him. Sentinel backs away from these Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Lord trying to decap this power point. Lots of stuff coming to shoot at him though. Dual tactical marines gonna take out the Warlock and do. Shuriken Cannon takes out the scouts. Setup team which suppresses by default. Nice wide firing arc. Banshees back on the field after healing up. Havoc hits the field for Theodosios. Setup teams are the bane of a Sentinel if it's not careful. Forcing off the Commissar Lord. One more burst would have killed him, but he does retreat in time. Banshees catching tactical marines in melee, take out a member. These other tactical marines can catch the shuriken in melee though. They have support from guardians, but I think this is a bit too much stuff for them to handle. We do see a grenade, well dodged by Thanatos. Shurikens, will they reset up? No, don't risk it. Guardians also retreat. Thanatos can recap this west side then. Triple cap for red. 339 plays 499. Sentinel being annoying and decapping things. Here come dual Chaos Space Marines though. Heavy ranged infantry, though they can hold their own in melee. Sentinel saved by Guardians repairing it. Heretics have their aspiring champion, so they're a pretty strong tier 1 melee unit now. The aspiring champion is a Chaos Marine. Warlock is still down. Banshee's retaking a natural. Shuriken Cannon again getting caught by tactical marines, now forced off. It's going to take it a while to get back into the fight. The World Is Mine, I assume, saving up for assault marines unless he's trying to rush to tier 2, which I don't think would be a good idea. He does go for assault marines. Heretics getting their grenade launchers, so that's a lot of resources invested in these heretics. Aspiring champion and grenade launchers in tier 1. 2-to-1 cap for blue. Heavy weapon squad on the field for Toilailee. Have it all kicking off here. Banshees chasing marines. They get in the building just in time. Warlock revived by the Commissar Lord. He immediately retreats after being revived. Commissar Lord has his power sword here, giving him lead by example. There it is, constantly knocking back the Force Commander. Shuriken cannons coming to set up, locking down this area. This map lends itself very well to set up teams. Not when there are assault marines to jump you though. This Shuriken cannon wiped a scout squad and since then has been forced off constantly. Banshee's also forced off, did decap Blue's natural though. Red team going tier 2. Toilailee the first to go, as you'd expect from a Imperial Guard player. Usually. Not sure what these heretics are doing. Lapsing concentration from Theodosios and they retreat. Chaos Lord flanking the heavy weapon squad, tries to get off kill the weak. Or was that just a special attack? Just a special attack, I think. Assault Marines capping Red's natural. You see the Shuriken cannon trying to get too close so that the Assault Marines can't jump it. Full gen farms for both teams. 2 full gen farms for Blue. Heavy weapon squad caught in melee. There's Kill the Weak, healing up the Chaos Lord, starting ability of his. Commissar goes down, was trying to close the Havocs in melee. I assume he had his shield up, but it didn't last quite long enough. Toilailee's in a bit of trouble here now. Commissar Lord is down in bad territory as it stands. Dual CSM and Havocs. Sentinel very low on health. Shurikens are set up again. Let's see how long they last. Dual tacticals with their Dark Angel robes. Gain a level. Must have taken out a Guardian model. Guardians have their Warlock, giving them a bit more toughness, a bit more melee durability also, and gives them the Embolden ability. Another energy shield going up. Energy shields grant perfect cover, meaning that you'll take no range damage when behind it. Banshees have their Exarch, who has her spear because they have their aspects. See her at the front there. Looks like we're going to see an offensive here from Thanatos. The Assault Marines will jump the Shuriken. Assault Marines now have their Sergeant, who has a power sword, in melee with Banshees. Banshees war shout, suppressing them. Assault Marines taking loads of damage. There's a Merciless Strike though, very nasty against the Banshees. The Banshees wipe. That's a huge blow to Pheonixlight. Chimera on the field for Toilailee. Allows Guardsmen to reinforce around it, which is useful since they die a lot and reinforce very quickly. Whoa, we have Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters on the field, trying to catch the Chimera. We also have purchased Bloodletters on the field, bright red. Chimera does go down, and Guardsmen are chased off. Commissar Lord still down incidentally, 2-1 cap for Blue. It's very close though. Pheonixlight in a bad way, lost his Banshees, which were major for him. Falcon on the field now. Transport vehicle for Eldar, allows them to reinforce around it. Does pretty nice damage too. Chaos Lord needs to be careful, forced off. Bloodletters warping in against these heavy weapons, but they are instantly forced off by the Sentinel Stomp and retreat, no model losses. Warlock is trying to revive the Commissar Lord now. Having a bit of trouble with it, there he goes. Force Commander forcing off the Shuriken. The Shuriken is pretty much useless now with Assault Marines on the field. And we have a second, the first goes down. That's a huge blow for Pheonixlight. Wanted the second Shuriken to cover the first, now he only has one again. Librarian on the field for Thanatos, idle. Havoc setting up. Ouch, look at the amount of guardsmen dying and reinforcing, that's insane. Dual Zinch Marines for Theodosios. They are forced off though. Not sure why they retreated. That was very strange. Might have been a misclick, might have wanted to retreat the Havocs. Thanatos, after a shaky start, pushing this west side completely. Assault Marines down to half health, jumping in. We do have dual shurikens eventually by Pheonixlight. Good play by him to not panic. Stuck to his intended build order. Assault Marines getting very low. Lose a member. Not sure what they're doing. Should have just retreated. West side is all blue now. But over on the east we have these fearsome Zinch CSM. They don't have their aspiring champion yet. Toilailee replaced that Chimera incidentally. Bloodletters. Will they jump the heavy weapon squad? They phase out, so they take no damage. Commissar Lord went down again. Chaos Lord has Armor of the Inferno. Didn't see him use it, or did he? Yeah, he used it there. You can see the scorch marks. Here come the Bloodletters. Will they go for the Chimera or the heavy weapon squad? They go for the heavy weapon squad, taking tons of damage though, and are forced off. With two members they get away. Bugging out, they eventually decide to retreat. Here comes the Warlock, coming to revive the Commissar again. He has his Merciless, good versus Assault Marines since it drains their energy. He'll level up to 3 after reviving. Dual Shurikens, working as intended, suppressing the Assault Marines after they jump. Dual Shurikens so popular because Shurikens are so maneuverable for a setup team, so they can reface quickly and move around to support each other, unlike other setup teams which are quite sluggish in turning and moving. We have the Thunderhammer for Thanatos, fully kitted out Force Commander here. Alacrity and his teleporter. You don't see the Thunderhammer very often. Not sure what he's up to here. Taking tons of damage, teleports out. East side is red, just Toilailee hanging on. Stubbornness on the Commissar Lord, making him pretty durable if there's infantry. Look at the Zinch Marines. They now have their aspiring champion. Bloodletters forced off immediately again, bugging out again when trying to retreat. Pathing issues finally get away. There's a flare from the Commissar Lord, reducing the range of all of these Chaos units, and there's a bunch of mines too, but the Heretic aspiring champion will spot them, so they won't go off unless they're shot at. Commissar Lord getting into melee range, taking tons of damage though. Trying to shut down these heretics. Puts his shield up to avoid death. Pushing a little bit. Chimera should be pushing forward here. Blood sacrifice on these heretics, spawning some Bloodletters. That's a global ability of the Chaos Lord. Melee in the Commissar Lord. He's in retreat now. Mines are going off because the heretics died. Did they? No, they got away. How's the west side doing? Looks like Pheonixlight has pushed off Thanatos for the time being. He's now capping the west side. Triple cap for red. 240 plays 244, very close. Merciless, Champion's Robe, giving him his shield, and Warp Throw for the Warlock, fully kitted out. Force Commander forced off here. You see the Merciless Switchblade draining his energy. Missile on these attacks, I assume, to try and deal with that Falcon. Assault Marines defensively jump into these Guardians. This Shuriken Cannon needs to be very careful. Smite wipes it, ouch! Pretty unlucky for Pheonixlight for that to happen. Assault Marines do retreat, Tome of Time on them. boosting their speed. Veil of Time, the ability is gone. Tactical Marines have their Sergeant and the Plasma Gun. Banshees on the field have their Aspects, getting their Exarch also. Doing nasty damage to these Marines. Get away with 2 members. Now focusing on the other Marine squad, which pop They Shall Know No Fear ability. But they are forced off also. Might lose a member in retreat. No, they do in the end do lose a member. 178 plays 244. Flare going off on these Chaos. Ouch, Armor of the Inferno, very, very nasty damage. Look at the Guardsman dying. Heavy Weather Squad just out of range. Theodosios floating incredible amounts of power. Toilailee is requisition starved as you'd expect, reinforcing all of these guardsmen constantly. Bloodletters forced off again, hasn't really been able to utilise them. We have a Manticore on the field for Toilailee. Heavy artillery unit. West side is still all red. Thanatos trying to push now. Assault Marines jumping. Banshees need to be careful. The Thunderhammer will disrupt the hell out of them. They're going to go down here. And the Falcon goes down. That's huge losses for Pheonixlight. Shuriken Cannon retreats. Guardians will go down. Ouch. Pheonixlight almost losing everything. That's a triple cap for red, but this will be interesting to see if blues can come back. Toilailee needs to hold the east side. Should be trying to cap these points as well. Over on the far east. What is that? A las cannon on the field. Havoc's upgrading to it. Magical Strike coming up, is it? That's a nice tempting blob of stuff. Commissar Lord taking tons of range damage. Backs off a bit. Warlock caught by a lot of stuff here. He has plenty of health. So he's staying in the fight, trying to take out tactical models, and does. There's a sync kill. A spear to the face. Autarch called down. Unlucky that he knocked back all this stuff with his Warlock before it dropped. Very unlucky. Autarch is the sub-commander for Eldar. Fights in melee by default. Jumps around, as you can see. Very, very quick too. Getting shot up by attacks though. And here are Terminators, I assume. Ouch. Pretty much all over on the west side. Assault Terminators on the field for Thanatos. Unique unit to the Force Commander. Elite Infantry. Super heavy armor. Thunderhammer and Storm Shield by default. They are white and not green, since that's how Dark Angels roll. Terminators cannot retreat because the Emperor will not allow it. Chaos Lord went down here. He's level 7. Probably because of all the freaking guardsmen he's killed. 2-1 cap for blue. 69 plays 299. Theodosios can't push that east side though. Here comes the Warlock. Autarch forced off. No sign of lightning claws on the Terminators. Warlock's in trouble though. He'll get away since he's nice and fast. Theodosios trying to flank this heavy weapon squad. Trying to lure out these guardsmen. Pheonixlight completely pushed back here. Going for more Banshees, his third Banshee squad. Bit of a standoff on the east. This Sergeant close enough to be shot at. Here come the Bloodletters. Or not. Manticore is going to strike on the CSM. They retreat in time. Do they? Oh, it was las cannons. Havocs. That's why they took so long to retreat. They were tearing up their heavy weapons. Manticore does go down to the Bloodletters. They are now wailing on this heavy weapon squad. Getting shot to pieces. They have to phase out. to avoid death. Here is a bunch of heretics. Commissar Lord went down. Not sure what he was doing here. Corn worship and blood sacrifice. Bloodletters going after the Chimera. Needs to be very careful getting rear armor hits. Heretics are forced off. They're no longer being worshipped. Zinch Marines doing some crazy damage to these guardsmen. They are now out of range of the Chimera. Chimera can now get back into range so they can all reinforce Havocs. Need to set up. Might be able to finish off the Chimera. No, guardsmen tie them up in melee, and here's an Autarch to help out. Warlock trying in vain to cap. There's a warp throw. Here comes some Banshees. They don't have their Exarch. Don't even have their Aspect, though they are getting it. 69 plays 158. I think the blue team should be able to hold on here. Pheonixlight just lost too much stuff to be competitive, and these Banshees might even wipe. And they do. It's at a torrid time. Blind grenades on the shurikens. Chaos Dreadnought on the field for Theodosios with its default auto cannon. Pretty nice damage versus all targets and a small AoE. Tearing through those guardsmen, as you can see, with all this fire support. Bloodletters warping in, but it's over. Red team concede. Pheonixlight just lost too much stuff. Fantastic play for Thanatos, lasting out the early scare to dominate in tier 3 with Terminators. After that he couldn't really be touched. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time. Stats on the way.